Hi, I'm Yasmin Gray, founding director of Getaboutable. We are a social enterprise focused on empowering people with mobility, hearing, vision, and other access needs to participate in travel and leisure with their families and friends, and helping the travel and leisure sector be more inclusive for people with accessibility needs. Being a social enterprise, we operate for purpose as a sustainable company so that we can continue to achieve our purpose well into the future. As such, we keep our fees to a minimum and our partnerships cooperative. We believe in open information sharing and cooperation for the greater good of the community. This is why we are so excited with the partnership we have developed with Yuli, short for You Live to Travel, to create the accessible travel marketplace as a great cost-effective solution for inclusive travel operators and destinations of all sizes. The accessible travel marketplace will showcase accessible and inclusive tours and experiences around the world, provided by niche operators like yourselves. By working together to promote accessible and inclusive tourism, our customers will more easily find us, and the mainstream sector will see value in working with us. So now I'll hand over to Jen, who will tell you more about Yuli and how the marketplace will work.
Yeah, thank you, Yasmin. So I'm the co-founder and CEO and head of product for You Live to Travel. And I'm really excited to be here today to be launching this partnership with Getaboutable, just from a personal perspective as well. So when I was growing up in California, my mom had MS and was in a wheelchair. So I got really good at like taking the wheelchair out of the car, and sometimes I could even do it one-handed. And then when I went away to university in New York, I missed my mom, and she couldn't travel to see me there. And so we would set up webcam dates where she would discover like a webcam in some sort of random part of New York. And she would say, okay, you need to meet me there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I would show up and sort of like wave at the webcam. And it was kind of her way of traveling. And it just helped connect her to the places that I could go. And it was my little way of kind of bringing the world closer to her. But I love the fact that I can now be part of actually making real travel much more accessible for people. So this is very near and dear to my heart. And we also have on the team today, Vika, who you saw popping in there, who's managing the wait list and the chats. And we are going to hear from Jeff Craig, who's our head of sales and partners, later on to do the demo. Yes, so just getting into what is Yuli. So as Yasmin mentioned, Yuli is short for You Live to Travel. And among many other things that we do, we enable travel bookings. And that's what's probably the most important thing when you're getting started with a marketplace, is how we make it really easy to take bookings online. So we just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of like, what is this going to look like? And so this is just a really quick screenshot of, the technology will be Yuli, but the travelers will see the Getaboutable brand at the top, and then they will see your experiences on the marketplace. And you'll see in this little example, there's just different people's names, either businesses or people's names. And that's how your experiences will appear on the marketplace. So yes, it is the overall Getaboutable brand at the top, but it is your brand on each of the individual experiences. So it's really important that comes through. And in fact, I just wanted to show you really quickly with a real example here on an existing marketplace that we've got live. You can see that there are multiple experiences and that each person's name is actually listed separately. And so if we just click on one of them, you'll see this is a client of Yuli's, and they have their own dedicated shop. So yes, they're listed under the main marketplace with lots of other clients, but then when somebody is interested in their products, they click in and they can actually explore all of the experiences that they offer. And then when they click in further, they can then see the specific experience that's being offered. And you'll notice that the logo up in the upper left-hand corner is going to be your logo, and the branding is going to be your branding. So that's a really important aspect of the YouLi platform, is that while the leads will be coming in through Getaboutable, the experience pages, the trip pages will actually be branded for your business. Let me just pop back here. And so, of course, to build a marketplace, we can't do it without you. That's why we're here. We're launching the partnership today. And in order to launch the marketplace, we need organizers of experiences like yourself to sign up and create experiences so they can be listed on the marketplace. And because we know it's a challenging time, we're actually offering a future ready package. And this is a special offer that's being extended for the Getaboutable partnership. So please be sure and sign up with that link there. It's also been sent around and will be sent around later, but make sure you sign up with the code so that you get this offer, as well as being able to be listed on the marketplace. So we'll get into the details of all these features and why they matter as we go through this. So YouLi is a booking platform, but ultimately what we do is we make it really easy for you to produce beautiful pages or trip pages that express what experiences you are offering to your customers. And we do that in a way that's no code. So you just type in all the content you want, and we display it in a beautiful way for your travelers. And there's three aspects to the platform. There's itineraries, which is the core. So that's the first thing you're going to build, is your itineraries. And that's obviously what you're doing on the experience. And then, of course, bookings, very important. So you can enable those bookings once you upgrade to Future Ready. And then finally, the tasks and travel documents. Now, this is something that we're going to get into even more tomorrow on our webinar on tasks. But this is something that really makes the platform stand out, and we think is going to be critical for post-COVID travel. So just really quickly, kind of covering off the itinerary side of this. You know, there's lots of ways to publish itineraries online, but we make it so that you can do it in a personalized fashion. You get unlimited trip pages or itineraries on the platform. It can be really fast to create, especially if you've already got the content. Most of our clients say when they're bringing stuff over, it takes about an hour to get an itinerary up. And then you don't have to create PDFs anymore. So if you're used to creating the itinerary, and then you've got 15 different people, and when someone asks for something custom, you have to go change their PDF and redo it and resend it. You don't have to do that anymore. It's all managed in the one place, and you can do personalized, just slight little changes just for them, but everything else is the same. So it just really reduces your workload. As I mentioned before, it's branded. And for those of you who are looking to scale up, you can do templates. So you can just keep creating the same kinds of itineraries consistently across your team and across different destination dates. Then we have our bookings. And this is obviously a really important part for all of us, getting paid fast. So those of you who have maybe worked with booking platforms in the past, you know that sometimes they hold your money. We don't do that. So we do not do, we don't hold the money, because we send it straight through to your Stripe or Square accounts. And finally, prepared customers. So this is the part that we're going to go into in more detail tomorrow. But just at a basic level, it's all the information you need to collect from people, but it's also potentially an accessibility questionnaire that you want to add to your experiences, so that you make sure that you understand what the needs are from the travelers, so that you can deliver whatever is needed and there aren't any surprises. My favorite example of this was, we had a client who does trips to learn how to survive on a desert island, and he said he ended up with a vegan and he hadn't catered for them. So they ate a lot of coconuts on that trip. So these are the kinds of things that you can avoid by making sure that your customers are prepared for what they are going to need to do, but also that you have the information so you can be prepared for them. So yeah, that's sort of YouLi in a nutshell in pictures. And now we're going to hand off to Jeff to show it for real. I'm just going to stop my share here. And just if there are any questions, I know I might have gone a little bit fast there. So if you have any questions, you want to pop those into chat.
Terrific. Thanks for that, Jen. Hi, Yasmin. As we said earlier, we're very, very excited about this partnership. I look after partnership relations at Yuli, so we're very excited about this step. So what we thought we'd do today is just following on from Jen's overview on what Yuli is. I just thought I'd actually show you, take you on a bit of a tour of the platform, help you get your head around it a bit better. So when you sign up to Yuli using the special link that we'll share with you later on, or it's already being shared at the moment, when you come in, you'll come into your main dashboard, and that's what I'm sharing at the moment. So this is obviously my subscription, and these are all the trips that I'm sort of involved in planning. Now, when you sign up, you will have a demo file that's already created for you. And that's really just there as an idea for you to explore and see how trips are set up. So I'm going to jump into that demo file now, which is called Jordan for the Adventurous. It's based on Jen's destination wedding, but that's a long story. That's for another time. So when I then jump into a trip, so I'm now in the actual dashboard for a trip, and this is the interface that, as a planner, that you would use to create your trip. So it's quite straightforward. You have your menu system down the left-hand side. We start up with an activity feed, and we go into a menu system to create the trip, set up the trip, do all the pricing. Then we can build our itinerary, which, as Jen said, is very simple, and I will go into that. We can manage our people. So each trip in Yuli is a bit like a mini CRM. So it's, like we said, it's all in one place to, create your trip, get it online, start taking bookings, interacting with your clients as well. So it's everything in one place. So no more long email chains, PDFs, spreadsheets. Next area is managing your payments. So obviously if you have groups, going on your trips, and you have installment payments along with a deposit, which is very common. So you're juggling and trying to manage a lot of payments. So we take that pain away. That's another great advantage of being on a platform like Yuli. And then sort of the final area is, as Jen covered off, is creating tasks. And this is all about getting information from your travelers, making sure they're organized, and having a really good deep engagement with them in that pre-trip journey, so that they're very prepared for the trip and they don't have to spend 2 weeks eating coconuts, as Jen was saying. And linked to that, to the tasks area is like a resource center where you can have all the documents that you upload for your clients to use, and also where they upload their information back to you as well. I'm not going to go into that in detail today because, as Jen said, we've got a complete webinar on that tomorrow, which we'll share the link for you to sign up as well. So that is the planner interface that we're looking at now. Like Jen said, it's no code. It really is just going into each area and then just filling in the blanks. So if we look at creating an itinerary item, it's very, very simple. We just add an item, and we can upload an image, or we can select one from our library. You just name the itinerary item. You can make it a highlight or an itinerary item. We break up our itinerary so that all your highlight items are the main things that you would have, say, put in a printed brochure. And I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. We can have optional items as well. So you can do upsells, which is very important. So, you might have an optional hot air balloon ride on the third afternoon, and that can have a cost associated with it as well. So you can do upsells as well once people have registered. So it's really simple to build a complete itinerary. I'm just going to jump into what your client sees. So I'm just going to, so this is the trip page, and this is what goes online, and this is what will be on the Getaboutable marketplace. And so when a potential customer clicks on that, on your tile on the marketplace, they'll come through the trip page. So it has your, it will have your branding on it, your banner image, and then all the information about the trip here as well. And they can, it's got everything here they need. So, you know, the overview of the trip, you know, with all the items, you can see there's optional items here as well. They can go to the full itinerary by day. They can see the price. So here's the pricing here with their optional items as well. They get a complete to-do list. So this is where you might be collecting their medical information or their passport information. And once again, creating these tasks is very much like just creating an inventory item. It's just really just, you just open the task item and then just fill in the blanks. It's very, very simple. Here's where they can manage their documents, you know, what they need to do and what they've uploaded. So the trip page is very interactive for the traveler. And we're also, we have a mobile app as well, which you get as part of the Future Ready package. And so they can load the trip onto a mobile app as well. So that, I mean, the platform is optimized for mobile anyway, but some people prefer to use a mobile app. And so we have that available for you as well. So that is the trip page. That's where you drive your client, your customers to. That's where they book, they make their payments, and they do their tasks. So it's really interactive and everything in one place for them and for you. So just a couple of little things. I'm just going to jump into a different trip. So I just wanted to share something on when you're setting up the pricing. We allow you to add a surcharge if you're taking credit card bookings. So that's a very important thing. So sometimes, you know, you want to cover that. Some territories you can pass those fees on, sometimes you can't. So I just wanted to demonstrate that. And like I said earlier, managing multiple payments across multiple people on a trip, you know, can be quite confusing. So we allow you to do that here. I'm just going to go into the manage payments area. So here we've got all of our people on our trip. You know, we've got their status, what they've paid. I can go into the payments area and I can see for every single person, how they've paid, how much they've paid, and when they paid. So this is very, very good tracking. And for those of you who are on Xero for your businesses, we integrate with Xero as well, which is, you know, very, very handy for those people on that, especially when you're reconciling all of those payments. Mm. So that kind of concludes. I don't want to go in too much deeper into this because it's not an onboarding session. It's really just showing you the main areas of the platform and how easy it is to use. Okay.
Switch you back to your deck, yeah?
No worries. So, so in terms of why Yuli, it is free to get started. So you can sign up with the link that, that Yasmin will be sharing. From there, I mean, on the free guide product, you can create as many itineraries as you want. You can play around. When you're ready to go, you can upgrade to that Future Ready package for the $8 or $5 US a month. And, you know, you've got your unlimited itineraries. You know, when you do upgrade, you know, there's no additional booking fees. Like Jen said, we don't hold your money. So we're just providing the technology. So, you know, when you set up your Stripe or your Square gateway and your clients pay you, the money goes directly through to you. We don't hold that. You get your own branding. Like I said, managing split payments across a group of people, we manage that. You can do your upsells with your itinerary add-ons, and we have the mobile app. So at a very high level, that's why, you know, we are more than just a booking platform. Like I said earlier.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I just wanted to give you the question while we at it. I got a question from Anne. She's asking if you can be just on the marketplace and collect bookings from a different platform.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what the other booking platform is, meaning you want to just have it as like a directory listing and then send it to another booking platform. Is that right?
Yes.
That might be a more detailed conversation that we need to have. It kind of, yes. So I think generally speaking, we need to process it on our platform to kind of be part of the marketplace. But you know, we're still in early stages of creating the marketplace. So I think that's something we could certainly have a conversation with Yasmin and Anne B.
That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Anne. No worries.
But I think by default, yes, we'd like, you know, it makes it makes it a lot cleaner for the traveler experience if it's all managed through the one booking platform. But it should be possible to link this system into settling the money into that other account. So it should be possible for that to flow through. So we can just talk about how to make that work.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at it as looking at the marketplace for finding clients, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Because my business, I work through a host travel agency, so everything has to go through their trust account.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, why don't we take this one offline and have a conversation on that?
Yep, good.
Off the top of my head, that may not fit perfectly, but you know, let's see how it works.
And explore. Yeah.
Exactly.
Terrific. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for taking that one, Jen.
Yeah, no worries. Were there any other questions now that Anne has broken the seal? I know sometimes people are always a little nervous to ask a question when they're the first one. So yeah, feel free to let us know, because this is, we understand that everybody's in a slightly different situation. And the other thing is, go ahead and sign up, explore, and then you can always request a sort of a demo to kind of follow up on that. If you do have those sort of bigger requirements, we certainly can find ways to work with people. And as Yasmin said at the beginning of this, we're very partnership oriented. So, you know, and especially now, like we all have to work together to kind of get through this and rebuild the travel industry. So, Jeff, did you want to?
Yeah, so just in terms of getting started with Getaboutable and Yuli, it's very simple. So like we've been saying, you just sign up with the link. It's very easy to sign up. Just takes a couple of minutes. Then, you can go into your account settings, set your logo, your color and your font. So, get your branding done, and then, create your first trip. And, you can base that off the demo file, or you can start from scratch. And, when you're ready to take bookings, just do the upgrade in the top right-hand corner. You can upgrade your future ready and for the time being. And then, once your trip's created, then, get in touch with Yasmin and, ask for it to be uploaded onto the Getaboutable marketplace. And, we have a lot of tools to help you. So, feel free, even though you can explore, we have a lot of help videos built into the platform. We have our own help center as well. And there's heaps of checklists there. You can search on just about anything. Ellie and Jen and the team have done a great job in providing a lot of support documents. And we have our own YouTube channel, which has heaps of videos. So you'll see Ellie and myself and Jen and Vika in there a lot. And even from the market side or the website, or from the app itself, you can just open a chat and one of us will be there to answer your questions. So the final thing I just want to end off is just sort of giving you a picture of our other packages that might be of interest down the track. So when you first sign up, you will default to the free guide product, where you can just play around, do your branding, start creating trips. You can upgrade to the future ready package when you're ready to start taking bookings. And then further down the track, what we'd recommend is if you are running a lot of trips and doing multiple trips, then you probably will want to upgrade to one of our premium packages. The main one we have at the moment is Crew, which starts at 150 US a month or 200 Australian. That's for a team of 3. But we are about to launch what we're calling Crew Starter, which will be, you'll be able to buy 1 or 2 license packages of the Crew. Now, the benefit with Crew is that it unlocks a whole lot of direct payment options. You can then list the trips on your own website and start taking direct bookings rather than just bookings through the Getaboutable marketplace. So it gives you that, that ability to market and drive your own bookings, which obviously won't have a marketplace booking fee attached to it. Terrific. So yeah, so I think that's it. I think we're ready to just open up for everyone's questions.
I'll stop sharing the screen so that we can see everybody's faces. I always like to switch into gallery view. I can see you.
It always reminds me of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like being part of a big family.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, I'm Kerstin from Accessible Indonesia in Indonesia. And so thanks a lot for this. Just a very general question. Is the YouLi is only for accessible travel, or is it generally? And then the accessibility comes with working together with Yasmin.
Yes.
Take
So
that
yeah, sorry, I thought Yasmin was about to say something, but yeah, so YouLi is absolutely a general purpose travel booking and group travel coordination platform. So anybody can use it. And in fact, if you don't only do accessible travel, if you do a mixture, you could have, all your itineraries on YouLi, and you could just choose to list certain ones on the Getaboutable marketplace. So that's why the partnership works really well, because not everybody is focused on just one thing or the other. And actually, I think part of Yasmin's goal is to make it such that mainstream providers are actually creating experiences as well for the accessible market, even if that's not what they're specialized in. So we certainly want to enable that for those who have kind of trips outside the accessible space.
Yeah.
And actually that's brings in the point that I know that there was at least one destination marketing organization registered for the webinar. I was surprised they weren't actually on, but this is an ideal way for destinations to market their accessibility, but also use the same platform for all of their destination marketing. So if they have tours for, let's say Ballarat or South Coast of New South Wales, or, who knows where in whatever country, they can use YouLi as their platform to create those itineraries in a really low cost way, because a lot of destination marketing organizations market the destination, but they allow tour operators to actually develop the tours. This is one way of being able to develop those itineraries for a destination from a destination marketing organization.
Mm-hmm. Did that answer your question, Kirsten? Yeah, thanks. Max, you've got a question. Oh, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
We are over on an organization which does, in some ways, something similar to Getaboutable. and consequently, I don't think we would be interested in this in marketing, effectively marketing through Getaboutable. So, but I am very interested in learning more about your crew package. Now, is it the case that I only have one question at this stage? Is it the case that when you have a crew package, which obviously allows you, as Jeff was saying, to sell those packages on your own website, does that also mean that they would automatically go on the Getaboutable site as well?
So you get to choose. So both you and Getaboutable get to choose what goes on in the marketplace. So you can submit your experiences to be listed.
Right.
And assuming that they're approved, then they'll be listed on the Getaboutable marketplace. And then what you list on your shop or you embed on your website, that's completely your decision.
I see.
Yep.
So one could then pick and choose which of the itineraries you market via our own site and on the Getaboutable site.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
And I would add that it's not mutually exclusive. That's one of the key features to make this workable for every operator, is that if they're attracting the sale themselves, they get the full. The marketplace is only an extra advertising platform. So it's up to you whether you choose to use that or not.
Yes, yes, okay.
I guess that sort of answers my question too, because I was looking at when you took the first category was free and it just had expressions of interest. So people just come to you, which I guess is what Max is probably talking about too.
Yeah, well, in that case,
people reply to you to book.
Well, so then in that case, so the expressions of interest will go to you, to whoever owns the trip. And so on the free package, then there's no booking, so there's no booking fee. Whether or not Yasmin will list those on her marketplace is up to her.
Quite happy to pay the fee but to be there, because as you say, it is very economical marketing.
And sorry, and just to clarify, there is no fee to go on the marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to follow on a second, we don't own the itineraries in much the same way as Yasmin doesn't. However, given that we don't own the itineraries themselves, would that expression of interest go to us or the provider of the itinerary?
That's completely up to you. So another aspect of the platform is when you create your trip pages, you identify who's listed as the contact for that trip. Okay. By default, it's you because you made it. But if you have a partner that you work with that you actually want to send those expressions of interest directly through to them, then you would just say that you would invite them on as a co-planner on that itinerary, and then list them as the contact, and then they will be notified when expressions of interest come in. So that's, another thing. We are very much a collaborative platform, so it's your account, but we recognize that you work with many people to deliver these, and like you said, maybe you don't even, maybe you're not the one who does deliver it, and so you bring on those people onto the platform as co-planners or trip coordinators, so that they can assist you in delivering these experiences and managing this. So you'll definitely, when you go in and make your trip, go to the bottom. There's a little wrench or at the bottom, and it says manage the planners. So click on that, and that's where you'll be able to add your, I guess this would be your operators, right? Yeah. Yeah, great questions. We're finding it's a great time. People are spending this time educating themselves, learning how to use software, improving their websites, listing new products. So, you know, if you have time now, this is a great time to learn the product and really master it. And that way, when you are ready to start taking bookings again, you've got it all there, right? If it's not a great time for you, then you can certainly do it at a later time. We'll still be here. But keep in mind the Future Ready package is a limited time offer. And it includes access to our mobile trip app for travelers, which is normally only accessible on our venture packages and above. So this is our gift to the community during the crisis. So we recognize that it's only useful when we get to travel again, but if you lock that in now, that means you get to use it as long as you're a subscriber to the platform. So we're trying to, you know, give you guys a lot of value and take advantage of the time that you have to learn and you know, create beautiful experiences. So yeah, it's really up to you if now's the time to work on that. And so the task stuff is really, it's going to be digging into like, how do you prepare your experiences for post-COVID travel? And we don't know what that's going to look like in all of its detail, but as you discover that and roll it out, if you know how to use the platform, it can be really quick to adapt to the changes. Like, oh, we have a new requirement, put that into the task system. And so it's about sort of managing the uncertainty that we're facing. Yeah.
So Yasmin, do you want to kind of speak to your criteria for what you'll list on the marketplace and who can be listed there and what parts of YouLi they need to be using for that?
So as I mentioned at the beginning, the point of the accessible travel marketplace is to showcase accessible and inclusive offerings around the world. We're not in this to make money, we just want it to be sustainable. So regardless of what level that you participate in with YouLi, whether that be guide or Future Ready or crew or even higher, if it's an accessible or inclusive offering, we would love to include that on the marketplace.
Amazing. All right. And did you want to sort of end with any kind of wrap-up message to our potential accessible travel organizers?
Yeah, definitely thank everyone who attended, and also encourage everyone to consider using YouLi. I'm totally not technical, and even I can work it. It really is so easy as a platform to use.
Thank you so much. We're really excited to be launching this partnership with you, and we look forward to seeing the experiences that everyone creates. Be sure and sign up with the code that you see on the screen, and we will see you online and get your experiences listed on the marketplace as soon as you create them.